After 2 years of a dull Diwali, the consumer is back and ready to spend. Wallets are being emptied quickly, there is buzz in the markets, and we are getting you a sense of that buzz in this special presentation of the Diwali Mela. Today I'm going to be talking about what's happening in the consumer durable space, the consumer electronic space, and in home furnishing space. We're going to be speaking to the top bosses of Vijay Sales and IKEA and getting you some views of how it is like shopping this year round. Stay tuned. For consumer durables and consumer electronics, there is no doubt that the festive period, and especially the Diwali period, is very, very crucial. It accounts for perhaps 20 to 25% of all annual sales, and this year promises to be a good one, says Nilesh Gupta of Vijay Sales, who is joining us today on the Diwali Mela. Nilesh, I'm at your store in Mumbai and it's looking like a Mela. People have really come out to shop this year, isn't it?
Yes. In fact, I think after 2 years, and thank God for all the vaccinations which has happened, I think people are quite confident. Although we see right now also everybody is wearing a mask. We have just removed it for the shoot. But yes, this time after 2 long years, people are excited, we are excited, the brands are excited, and it seems that it is going to be one of the mega Diwalis this year.
Yeah. So people are coming out to shop, but what is the kind of spend you're seeing? क्या लोग बड़ी चीजें खरीद रहे हैं, महंगे टीवी, फ्रिज, या फिर छोटे-छोटे आइटम्स ले रहे हैं? सबसे ज्यादा क्या बिक रहा है?
तो एक बेसिक चीज जो हुई ना आफ्टर द लॉकडाउन, आफ्टर दिस कोविड, लोग घर में 3-4 महीने, 2 महीने, 3 महीने घर पे लॉक रहे, तो उन्होंने उस घर में उनके फैमिली के साथ साथ सिर्फ एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स थे और अप्लायंसेस थे जिसके साथ रहे, तो एक स्ट्रक्चरल शिफ्ट आ गया है. अब जब भी कस्टमर ग्राहक आते हैं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स लेने, उनको बड़ा चाहिए, लार्जर कैपेसिटी चाहिए, बेटर फीचर चाहिए, वो अब कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ नहीं करना चाहते हैं. तो उसके मद्देनज़र देखते हुए हमें ये दिख रहा है कि ASP जो एवरेज सेलिंग प्राइस है वो बढ़ गई है, प्रीमियम प्रोडक्ट जा रहे हैं. और मज़े की बात है, कई बार क्या होता था पहले कि दिवाली में एक कैटेगरी या 2 कैटेगरी चलती थी. अब लोगों को टीवी भी बड़ा चाहिए, फ्रिज भी चाहिए, वॉशिंग मशीन भी चाहिए, गैस अप्लायंसेज और किचन के तो सबको सब चाहिए. तो ओवरऑल सब कैटेगरी फायर कर रही है, तो वो बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है.
तो ये किस तरह के ग्राहक आ रहे हैं? क्या जैसे आपने बताया कि बड़े कैटेगरी की चीज़ें बिक रही हैं, सो आर यू सीइंग अ लॉट ऑफ एफ्लुएंट पीपल हु आर कमिंग आउट टू शॉप, और इज इट अक्रॉस द बोर्ड?
नहीं, अक्रॉस द बोर्ड आ रहे हैं. और सबसे बड़ी बात क्या है, जो घर में रहे हैं उनको अभी भी ऑफिस अब शुरू हुई हैं, स्कूल्स अब शुरू हुए हैं, लाइक वो घर पे थे. और सबसे बड़ी बात है, जो उनके पिछले 2 साल में वो हॉलीडे पे नहीं गए, दूसरी शॉपिंग नहीं की, तो जो पैसे बचे वो मेरे ख्याल से काफ़ी कुछ हमारे कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल में आ गए. तो हर एक जो आ रहे हैं ना, जो एफ्लुएंट आ रहे हैं, उनको और बड़ा टीवी चाहिए. जो मिडिल क्लास आ रहे हैं, वो अगर पहले 53 इंच लेते थे, 43 लेते थे, तो अब उनको 55 चाहिए. ओवरऑल आई थिंक ये मार्केट जो है ना कंज्यूमर ड्यूरेबल का प्रीमियम पे की तरफ जा रहा है.
प्रीमियम की तरफ क्या इसलिए भी जा रहा है क्योंकि इस वक्त दाम भी बढ़ गए हैं? हम कई बार वीव स्पोकन सेवरल टाइम्स अबाउट हाउ input costs have gone up. There is a shortage of semiconductors, there's an increase in price of everything, honestly, from steel, copper, etc. And is that also why we are seeing prices go up?
See, one thing is there. ये पहली बार ऐसा होगा. इनफैक्ट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में अगर आप देखेंगे पिछले 1 साल में पहली बार आफ्टर मेनी इयर्स प्राइसेस बढ़े हैं, नहीं तो दाम हमेशा घटते थे. और एक दूसरा विचित्र बात जो हुई है कि प्राइस बढ़ने के बाद भी मार्केट बैठा नहीं, कंज्यूमर बाहर आ रहे हैं. उसका एक दूसरा रीज़न ये है कि अब 60-70% ऑफ जो बाइंग होती है वो EMI में होती है, तो अगर दाम बढ़ भी जाते हैं तो EMI में उनको इतना पिंच नहीं होता है.
So no, let me get that straight. So 60 to 70% of sales you make are EMI sales?
Yes, 60 to 70% sales are all EMI sales, either through paper finance or through credit card EMIs, which all the brands and retailers have tied up together.
Wow, that's quite a shift in behavior. Now this is the important part. Since this is a Diwali Mela show, we're celebrating the festive season with you and all of our viewers. Now we come to the important part. What are the most happening top gifts this Diwali season. What is your top 10 hottest gifting list?
So if you ask me top 10 hottest list, I think I'll start with appliances. In gifting, the basic thing which people look out is something new, because they don't want to gift an iron which would already be there in the house.
Yeah.
So in the appliances, the top most hit item now is the air fryer which is there.
Okay, does that have a lot to do with the kind of weight people have put on during the
Exactly,
pandemic?
exactly. You have hit the nail. So a lot of people are health conscious, and this
Yeah.
is one product which is very good. So this has become one of the hottest thing which is there. Then we have for premium customers, they are looking out for Dyson products also.
Okay.
So this is something which is unique and which has just come up. Then your Bluetooth speakers are there, which are evergreen.
Yeah.
Headphones are there, and the biggest hot product today is the watch, which
Again,
is there.
health related.
Again, health related. Again, it is health related, and the best part about watches is that it starts from 2,000 rupees up to 40-50,000 rupees. So it fits in every budget. And as you rightly said, again, health related. So the focus is more on the health related products which is going on. And then yes, you have occasional people who are also gifting LED televisions also,
Wow.
or all the products.
I wish I am on someone's Diwali gifting list for an
LED television.
Wow, that's quite something. So budgets have gone big. People are spending more. Purchase ticket size has increased. People are happy to put in more money. But is the mal there? Because we know there's a shortage coming in from China. There are global supply chain squeezes from cargo to energy to microchip, all of that. Is it impacting the kind of inventory you need to really feed this demand?
So what has happened is, I think India has been lucky, and I would give a lot of credit to all our brands. So they were able to pull through more stock from the overall budget, overall allocation towards India, because it's an important market. So for till Diwali, I think we have no worries. Yes, there are occasional products, occasional models which are out of stock, but it's not that a consumer walks in and says he wants a television. I'll say I don't have that size or anything. Maybe his particular model may not be there. So is the case with your mobiles and everything. But at the end of the day, the stocks are there, and it's coming in a little slowly. But what all of us did in the industry is we started stocking up around 45 to 50 days before, and that was something a little bit of a risk, because the fear of a third wave was there in the air. But luckily nothing has happened, and we expect a great Diwali. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. अच्छी दिवाली, शुभ दिवाली, अच्छे सेल्स होंगे. क्या यही ट्रेंड आपको लगता है पोस्ट दिवाली भी चलते रहेगा? दो सवाल इसमें, दाम बढ़ेंगे और क्या जो प्रोड्यूस है, जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, वो मिलना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगा? क्या इसकी आपको आशंका है?
देखिए, कंज्यूमर के हिसाब से मुझे लगता है ट्रेंड वही चलेगा. यस, दिवाली वाली सेल नहीं होगी, पर जो नॉर्मल लास्ट ईयर दिवाली के बाद सेल थी, उससे अच्छी ग्रोथ आएगी. दाम बढ़ने के थोड़े चांसेस कम है, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी दाम काफ़ी बढ़ गए हैं. अब नहीं बढ़ाएंगे अनलेस एंड अनटिल बहुत ज़्यादा इनपुट कॉस्ट बढ़ जाए तो. बट मुझे लगता है दाम नहीं बढ़ेंगे, और शॉर्टेज की थोड़ी चांस हो सकती है पोस्ट दिवाली for 5, 10 or maybe 15 days.
Okay, one more thing I must ask you, because I'm seeing quite a bit of crowd in your store right now. For a few years, the trend had become that people would just buy things like this, TV, refrigerator, mobile phone, etc. online. It was easy. You could compare prices. The perception was you were getting better prices, and I'm sure it must have hit players like you. Is that trend still continuing, or is there a change?
In fact, I'll tell you what has happened with the online. Online has also helped the market to grow, because a lot of people who are thinking whether to buy or not, they go and surf on online again and again, compare as you rightly said, but then they make up the mind. Now in the online, in the consumer space, there are now around 10 to 15% of consumers who are more online inclined, and there are few who are not few, there are many who says we'll only buy offline, we'll not buy online. And then there are others, most of them, majority category, who compares the two. And whichever place he gets more value. I'm not talking of price, mind you. I'm saying wherever he gets more value, he purchases from there. So sometimes he may feel, yes, online the price is lower, but the offline retailer is giving him more value in terms of service, in case and especially consumer durable. It comes with warranty, it comes with service, and there are chances of going down. He'll need service, he'll need repairs, he'll need assistance. So a lot of people see a lot of value addition which the offline provides in this. So I think, but both the markets are here to stay. Online will also do business, offline will also do the business, and it will go on toggling, and the fight will always be on.
Yeah. So, but you have survived the worst of it. You found a way to bring the consumer back despite this, you would say. And what have you had to do to keep the consumer with you?
So basically, I think what if you'll see, if you would have come 4 years back and in the same store, the look and feel of the store has changed. We have made it more consumer friendly, more experiential. There are a lot of all the displays are open displays. He can touch and feel. That's what is important.
So,
The people, the consumer, the team is now more equipped to handle queries which they get. See, earlier what used to happen was consumer used to walk in and ask us, okay, you tell us what is good. Now the consumer is already educated, half educated online, and then comes in. So the team has also undergone a lot of training to handle those queries and all. I think we are also evolving.
All right. तो या तो आपको ऑनलाइन स्पेंड करना है, ऑफलाइन स्पेंड करना है, लेकिन इस बार कई सारे लोगों को खर्चा करना है, वो एक बहुत बड़ी बात है। और क्यों हम इसे मना रहे हैं? हम इसे मना रहे हैं क्योंकि ये इकोनॉमी के लिए अच्छा है, इससे और जॉब्स प्रोवाइड होंगे, और जितना आप खर्चा करें, अगर आप कर सकते हैं तो ये सबकी दिवाली, औरों की भी दिवाली ब्राइट होते जाएगी। थैंक यू सो मच
Thank you
for joining us.
Thank you and wishing everyone a great Diwali and a great New Year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For IKEA India, this is a very special Diwali. This is the first Diwali since their Navi Mumbai store has opened and ever since the pandemic. And they are betting on home furnishings, making a big splash among their collection. In fact, to ensure that they lure in more people, they have a special Diwali festive display, which they are hooking people with. So they've gone completely traditional. The Swedish brand is making sure it brings in the festival spirit and color of Diwali. Now, how is this really going to work for IKEA India? Are they going to manage to bring in people in a segment which has been dominated by the informal sector? Remember, things like diyas, things like material for curtains, cushion covers is something that we usually buy from the neighborhood store. IKEA is trying to crack that market. Will they manage it? Well, let's go across to Kavitha Rao from IKEA. Kavitha, a very happy festive season to you, and thank you for speaking with us on ET Now. Is the consumer back? What is the kind of demand that you're seeing?
Hi, Tamanna. Thank you very much for having me on the program. Diwali, yes, it's a great time frame for retailers in general. And I think this time around as well, the retail industry is hoping that this is a good Diwali. And it's also interesting this time around that both Dussehra and Diwali, the two big festivities, have been close together. And of course, as far as IKEA is concerned, we definitely see that home furnishing is a big focus for all of us during Diwali. This is the festive time frame when consumers are definitely thinking about refreshing their homes and bringing in the festivity cheer at this point in time. So we're definitely seeing a lot of interest, particularly in some of the home furnishing categories, such as textile, a lot of decoration, and even cooking and eating. So it's an interesting place. Of course, if you think that it is more on the activity side, we can also see that consumers do have interest in buying furniture. For example, living room seating is definitely an area of interest because I think this time around, as compared to last year, consumers are hoping to have friends and family over for Diwali. So that is also another interesting aspect that we are seeing. Overall, it looks very positive as far as the festive season is concerned.
So from what I see at your store, I see that you focused a lot this time on very traditional home furnishings for the Diwali festival. Can you tell us about it? What are your best sellers?
Absolutely, that's a good question. And as you rightly pointed out, we have a big focus for the festive season. Last year was the first time we launched something called as a festive collection. This year as well, we have expanded the scope of that festive collection even more. Our festive collection this time around is called as Aromatisk, which is really influenced by Indian folklore. And it has beautiful pop colors of yellow and pink, in which we have a lot of items related to decoration, related to textiles, related to serveware, and so on, which is very, very apt for the festive season. It is a collection that is actually created by designers in India with collaboration with designers globally. So there are two designers who actually worked on it. And interestingly, this collection is also made in India in its entirety. So we're really proud of this collection that we've been able to bring out during the festive season.
So, Kavitha, it's been an interesting run for IKEA in India overall. What have been your major learnings and challenges in this time? And how have you changed your strategy to fit the Indian market?
Sure, that's a good question. And I think India is a very large and diverse country. And one of the biggest learnings for us, as for a lot of other players in the Indian industry, is the fact that no average works. And then I think when it comes to IKEA, we have seen three phases in terms of our journey in India. The first one is when the purchasing organization has been present here for many, many years, over 3 decades. The second part is when IKEA decided to enter India with its retail operations, which was back in 2013, 2014. And we started to work a great deal in terms of understanding the Indian consumers, working on life at home, understanding activities at home, and doing this across multiple cities in India. That was still a lot of planning, strategizing, understanding consumers' face. And then the real moment of truth for us is when we opened our first store in Hyderabad in August 2018. That was the first time we actually welcomed customers into the IKEA format. And it was a very large format store. 40,000 square meters or close to 430 lakh square feet that we are really talking about. And with a lot of inspiration in terms of how we presented the range. So it was a very, very interesting journey. And now we have presence in both Hyderabad, Mumbai, as well as e-commerce. And so overall, there are multiple learnings that we have seen during this time frame.
What are the preferences that you have seen, especially since the pandemic? Are people now preferring to shop more online, or are they coming into the store in large numbers?
I think it is a mix of both. I think, I go back to the statement I made that no average works in India, and we can see consumers on either ends of the spectrum. So we can see consumers who are far more comfortable shopping online. Over time, they've discovered the convenience. Maybe they also know IKEA and they trust the brand and the product quality, that they don't feel the need to visit the store. Then on the other end of the spectrum, we have consumers who would like to have the touch and feel, and home furnishing is a category where you want to feel the texture of the fabric or the comfort of the sofa. And then people would actually like to visit the store. But one very interesting trend that we typically see in the context of IKEA is when you go to an IKEA store, it is not just about shopping. It is a fun day out for the family. It is a lot about experience, much more than the activity of shopping.
So we know that you're moving to smaller store formats, as well as expanding more in Mumbai and in Noida, in other cities as well. But what else can you share with us in terms of your expansion plans and your outlook over the next 6 to 8 months? Do you expect this kind of rush that we've seen for Diwali to sustain?
Yeah, so we will continue to expand in India. I think we still are in the startup phase of our journey here in India. So there is a lot that will come in the future. At this point in time, as you are aware, we opened the Navi Mumbai store in December 20. And then we had plans to open the smaller format stores in Mumbai. And of course, we have seen some challenges on the backdrop of COVID, but we are preparing to open up our next small format store. As you rightly said, it is in the Kamla Mills Worli area. And it will be a very, very interesting experience for consumers in that location, where they will have access to the full range, but so close to people's homes. And then as we move forward, we will continue to see more physical formats in Mumbai as well. And we will also continue to work on the other mega cities. The next one, of course, online is Bangalore, where we have a large format store, which is work in progress and under construction right now. And then we will continue to look at smaller format stores in Bangalore as well.
Thank you for that, Kavitha, and once again, wishing you a very happy festive season.
Thank you so much, Tamanna. It was a pleasure speaking to you. Happy Diwali.